To Capitol Hill now, where lawmakers heard disturbing new details from former Washington Commanders employees. It was part of a congressional roundtable discussion into the team's workplace culture. Our Adam Longo watched it all for us, and Adam, new claims were made against owner Dan Snyder, I hear.
Yeah, claims that Snyder himself has responded to tonight, calling them outright lies. But the chairwoman of this hearing, Democrat Carolyn Maloney of New York, she came with receipts, offering corroboration with a letter from a former team VP who claims to have witnessed Dan Snyder aggressively pushing a former employee to try and get her into his limousine after allegedly touching her inappropriately at a dinner here in Washington. Now, the purpose of this discussion today on the Hill was to let Congress hear from former employees of the Washington football franchise about sexual harassment and alleged assault that took place over a 20-year period. Now, the NFL investigated this but never produced a written report, and that's what the former employees want, that written report. One former employee was asked about how many times she endured sexual harassment within the organization.
Too many to count. I was there 14 years, and it's too many to count.
Is it more than 100?
It's more than 100.
More than 200?
If I had to guess, yes.
This was a predatory environment. I don't believe it's just going on at the Washington Commanders. This is a message to send to every football team in this country.
So the big thing hanging out there now, what next? Well, an NFL spokesman just got back to me and says the league will review Ms. Johnston's allegations. But will the NFL eventually hand over documents requested by the congressional committee? Will anything change as a result of this? Could Dan Snyder be forced to sell the team? Well, Congress doesn't have any authority to do that. But the man who co-chaired today's discussion told me last week that Dan Snyder has a lot of explaining to do. And Congress does have the authority to make him sit for a public hearing. The question is now, will they and when? Charlotte?
He certainly does have a lot of explaining to do, and it's a good thing those women finally got to have their voices heard. All right, thanks so much, Adam.